Warmly greetings to all viewers across the globe. I'm Mavis Nyako, Deroko Technology Official. Today, our inventor, a man with wisdom and zeal, will give a speech to tell all cell phones manufacturing companies to produce phones with expiry date to reduce radiation effect. Thank you.
A warmly welcome to Deroko Technology Company. Today, we are coming to talk particularly about how cell phone affect the world. Increasement of radiation generated by cell phone and measures that need to be taken immediately. Respected President, ministers, CEOs, directors, managers, and many more. Lack of poor vision, lack of focus, anxiety, excessive heat, skin burn, hair loss, cancer, and many more are all as a result of radiation generated by cell phones, generated by solar panels, generated by electric cars, generated by aluminium, steel, iron sheet, and the last one generated by the dams, talking of electric leakages of current. This all radiation combines to make nature unable to create things, to make nature imbalance to perform a specific task. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. According to the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 31. A matter of fact, technology has made our lives very easy. Now we have gadgets that have helped to save our time and energy in many activities. They have and are also playing an effective role to entertain and inform us and play the role of companionship and many more. Gadgets, for example, mobile phone, etc., are desirable territorial to us. Checking emails, social media, or the news, banking, making payment, taking photographs, finding our way, it is far to say we would be lost without our smartphones. Perhaps, literally, the number of smartphones connections now is almost exceed the number of people on this planet. In 2023, The number of smartphone users reached 6.93 billion, equating to over 85% of the planet population owning one, including all mobile phones, and that percentage increasing to 91.68%. Remembering that 9% of the global population has no access to electricity. By 2026, statistics forecast that there will be 7.516 billion mobile phone users on Earth. Not only do these gadgets make us save time and grant us many merits, but also harmful to our physical and mental well-being. And the atmosphere, I'm talking of the ozone layer. For instance, on health, it negatively affects the energy level and cooperate function of the brain. It also leads to the risk of brain tumor and other cancer. Prolonged exposure to cell phone radiation has been linked to more potential health risks, which are very heavy and, of course, long-term effect. The frequency emitted by cell phone can decrease sperm count, mobility, and viability. In 2022, Reeboks reported that 1 minute of mobile to mobile calls generate 50 to 60 grams of carbon dioxide gas. I'm talking of CO2. And a single user making calls totaling just 2 minutes per day will create 47 kg of carbon emission annually. This may appear a small amount, but remember to times this by the 6.93 billion smartphone users worldwide. Experts recommend that limiting exposure by using speakers, phones, or earphones to avoid potential health risks. Also, reduce, of course, timing and avoiding carrying phones direct against the body can be minimized to reduce the effect. Many recommendations by experts have been made to avoid potential health risks. Not considering the atmosphere, the ozone layer, the filament, which has something special doing with the earth to support nature principle connectivity. Reducing a smartphone impact on the environment is not sorry about using our phone less, but using them for longer and their lifespan value. Although tech giants will have a belief otherwise, in real terms, there is often minimal difference between the next smartphone generation and the previous model. Similarly, deals are increasingly in popularity and also a great way to only upgrade a device when you really need it. Choosing to repair rather than replace any item is certainly more sustainable. Two of the most common reasons for smartphone replacement are either a shattered screen or degraded battery life. I have seen the very reason why the world cannot sleep without this one beautiful young lady. Her charm, love, dynamic appearance always make her the most beautiful lady on the planet. It will extremely cumbersome for the whole world to forget her after her death. Some say she cannot die. Her beauty is happily living in the blood of the waters. a habitat like heaven, which no one can seize this flow. But on the other side of the water, there is a mirror which makes everyone see himself. Through this mirror, Deroko saw that he is one of the most beautiful beings on the planet. And also, without this mirror, the queen in the Snow White would have continued to say, she is the most beautiful woman ever. Here we see the significance of mirror. I have got to the mountain top and I have seen exactly what they saw all phone manufacturing companies. Beyond of all, we know that there is another food. But with this, I only want to warn the phone manufacturing companies that they should produce phone with expiring date to reduce radiation. The older the phone becomes, the higher it generates radiation. So for now that I am complaining, the Deroko Technology Company is complaining of cell phone, how much more electric cars? The world is moving from frying pan to fire, leading by blindness and controlled by dark forces. That's why Deroko Technology see himself to the most powerful being on earth. When we reduce radiation, the earth will be organized and nature will be able to perform its functions as created by the Creator. Authorities across the world, phone manufacturing companies must know that phone lifespan must spend less than 3 years. Cell phone must tend to mortality. So every 3 good years, all cell phone must be changed to prevent higher radiation generated by cell phone. The same applies to electric cars. I can plainly tell the world today that cell phone generates 2 to 5% of radiation, but electric car generates 20 to 26% of radiation. So increment of electric cars will lead to great disaster. Weakening of ozone layer depends on radiation generated by electric cars, solar panels, and other stuff. That's why Deroko stood up and said, we must come out with a powerful 7 inventions to help solve smoke solution so that we can use our crude oil, I'm talking of petrol, diesel, kerosene, and other stuffs, to perform a specific task on earth. We can control the universe in the era of Deroko technology. What seems impossible will be possible in the era of Deroko technology. Our technological system will take the lead of all technology across the world. And I assure the world that my invention will take the lead. We now invite investors across the world to join hand to hand with Deroko to come out with his mission on earth. People will ask, who is this inventor? Who is Deroko? The Deroko mission is to combat climate change. Many scientists, astrologers, engineers across the world from antiquity have tried to solve problem of climate change, but they haven't accomplished their mission. And I see myself to be the chosen one to eliminate all problems on earth. And I cannot be defeated, not in this world. My battle is not of this world. And I will control the universe in the arm of the Creator, the Most High God. Authorities at hand all over the world watching me now. I urge authorities that all cell phone manufacturing company must put expiring date, must tell all cell phone to mortality, whereby their lives will span less than 3 years to save the earth from dangers from the radiation. Thank you.